Okay, this is going to be the second part of my collection overview. And the movie I've chosen for today is Last House on the Left, made by Wes Craven, which I think this was 1972. Um, Probably says it on the back here somewhere. It was early 70s. Anyway, it doesn't say it. Oh, yeah, 1972, right there. So, anyway, a brutal movie, a movie that I actually despised the first time I seen it. It's funny actually. This DVD here was the first time I seen it, and I actually right after watching it, I went right down to the pawn shop and traded it in, and said, I'm never gonna watch this again. It was just too much. I didn't like the brutality in it towards the women. I didn't like the gritty grindhouse. It just made you feel like you wanted to take a shower after it. But after a couple of viewings of it, you know, I don't know. I guess I might desensitize myself towards it, and I actually, love the movie now. It's one of those movies where I think everybody has one where upon the first viewing you absolutely hate it, and then you go back to it and revisit it, and it becomes one of your favorites, or at least one that you respect a lot. And this movie has a sordid history. First of all, before I get into anything else, I want to highly recommend this book, Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, The Making of a Cult Classic by David Zulkin. It is an awesome, awesome book, just detailing, what went on during the filming and a lot of, awesome photos and stuff. So, I don't know if it was in this book or uh, another article. It's like people are saying like Wes Craven did nothing on this set and he was the horrible, and David Hess, he did the soundtrack for the movie. He's saying like he's the director or something. I don't know. The Wes Craven always has something going on where someone's claiming like he's not, he's too laid back. He just sits there and lets the camera roll, and you know, people will ask him, well, what do you think? Should I do this? Should I do that? And he's like, just do what you think you should do. Something. I don't know, but I don't know. I read somewhere like that David Hess was like claiming he was more involved in the movie. But anyway, this is a great book, and if you're a fan of the movie, definitely check it out. Obviously, this was the first DVD release of it from MGM, and yeah, it was a good release. I really do like the cover art on that one, and it had a couple of special features, which was an introduction by Wes Craven and an auto commentary by him and the producer, along with the featurette and outtakes. So yeah, it had some pretty good extra features, but they re-released this a few years later in an anniversary collector's edition, unrated, with a ton of extra features with an audio commentary with David Hess and Mark Scheffler and Fred Lincoln, a couple of featurettes. Actually, there's like 4 or 5 of them on here, and a short film by Wes Craven, Tales That Will Tear Your Heart Out. I didn't watch that. It sounds interesting though. It didn't port over the same special features as this, which is why I recommend keeping both if you're a fan of the film, along with the different cover art, they're both awesome. I have I have a signed item from this movie from David Hess and Wes Craven. I think it's a Swedish VHS put out by Empire, and it just got crazy gory artwork on it. But it is signed by David Hess here, and he wrote "Piss Your Pants" as the quote on it, which I love that he did that. And there's Wes Craven, and I don't even know who this is. This signature up here. I was trying to figure that if it was the producer or if it was the star, the one of the female, Lucy Grantham. But that's the back of this VHS. Just awesome. And then earlier this year, One Way Static Records put out this awesome, awesome vinyl record. It came loaded with, actually there's the artwork on it. It just, isn't that amazing? And I know the soundtrack is kind of wacky and stuff. It's made by David Hess. I think David actually had a big hand in this, making this release, from what I've read. This is a limited edition of 300, and as the back. And it also came with this clear flexi disc, which I guess also works. And if that wasn't enough, they pressed it on a virgin white pressing, which is in bad taste. They're not calling it virgin white, but what else can it be? They could have done any color they wanted to, but they chose to do it in this white. So yeah, really crazy release. What else would you expect from David Hess? So yeah, so that's going to be my collection overview for Last House on the Left. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please give a thumbs up, comment, and yeah, let me know what other films you'd like to see. You know, someone already recommended the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I'm just trying to gather up all those and do one of those. But other than that, hopefully everyone enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon.